Bonjour everyone. Have you ever wondered how France went from being a small European kingdom to ruling vast territories across the globe? Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the French Empire, its rise, its glory, and its eventual decline. Stick around because this is history like you've never seen it before. Our story begins in the 16th century. France was eager to expand its influence beyond Europe. Like other European powers, it wanted to explore new lands, establish colonies, and tap into global trade networks. French explorers ventured into North America, founding settlements like Quebec in Canada and claiming vast territories in the Mississippi River Basin. They also established colonies in the Caribbean and parts of India, but things didn't always go smoothly. By the 18th century, France's first colonial empire faced major challenges. Wars with Britain, especially the 7 Years' War, saw France lose much of its territory in North America and India. The Treaty of Paris in 1763 marked the end of France's dominance in these regions. It was a tough blow for French ambitions, but as history shows us, setbacks often pave the way for comebacks. And what a comeback it was. Enter Napoleon Bonaparte, the man who would redefine what it meant to be an empire. In 1804, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French, signaling a new era of ambition and power. Under his leadership, France dominated Western and Central Europe through a series of military campaigns known as the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon wasn't just a military genius, he was also a master strategist. He reorganized territories across Europe, creating satellite states like the Kingdom of Italy, and turning Germany into the Confederation of the Rhine. His influence stretched far beyond France's borders as he spread revolutionary ideals like equality before the law and meritocracy. But power comes at a price. By 1812, Napoleon's ambition led him to invade Russia, a decision that would prove disastrous. The harsh Russian winter and logistical challenges decimated his army, forcing a retreat that marked the beginning of his downfall. After his failed Russian campaign, Napoleon faced mounting pressure from European coalitions determined to stop him. In 1814, he was defeated at Leipzig and forced to abdicate. Exiled to Elba, he made a dramatic return during the 100 Days but was ultimately defeated at Waterloo in 1815. This time, he was exiled to St. Helena, a remote island where he spent the rest of his life. With Napoleon's fall, France returned to monarchy under Louis XIV. The Napoleonic Empire had collapsed, but this wasn't the end of France's imperial ambitions. In 1830, France began building what historians call its Second Empire. It started with Algeria, a conquest that marked the beginning of French expansion into Africa. Over the next century, France established colonies across West Africa, North Africa, Southeast Asia, including Vietnam, and islands in the Pacific. This new empire wasn't just about land, it was about resources and trade. Colonies provided raw materials for French industries while serving as markets for manufactured goods from France itself. Cities like Saigon in Vietnam became bustling hubs of commerce under French rule, but colonialism wasn't without controversy or resistance. The French justified their colonization with what they called mission civilisatrice, the civilizing mission. They claimed they were bringing progress to inferior cultures by introducing Western education, infrastructure, and governance systems. However, many argue this was just an excuse for exploitation. Colonized peoples often faced harsh labor conditions on plantations or mines while their resources were extracted for French benefit. Resistance movements grew over time as people fought for their independence. The World Wars changed everything for empires worldwide, and France was no exception. During World War II, Charles de Gaulle used overseas colonies as bases for Free French forces fighting against Nazi Germany. But after 1945, anti-colonial movements gained momentum worldwide. France faced costly revolts in places like Indochina, modern-day Vietnam, and Algeria. The Indochina War ended with Vietnam gaining independence in 1954 after years of brutal conflict. Meanwhile, Algeria's fight for independence turned into one of France's most bitter struggles. The Algerian War lasted from 1954 to 1962 and involved widespread violence on both sides before Algeria finally broke free. By the 1960s, most of France's empire had dissolved, but some territories remained integrated into modern France as overseas departments or territories. Today, places like Guadeloupe in the Caribbean and Réunion in the Indian Ocean are considered part of France itself. France also maintains strong cultural ties with former colonies through organizations like La Francophonie, a global network promoting French language and culture. So what's left of the French Empire? Its legacy is everywhere, from borders shaped by colonial history to languages spoken across continents. The French Empire shaped not just France, but much of our modern world, from cultures to economies to politics. It's a story filled with ambition, innovation, exploitation, and resilience. What do you think about France's imperial legacy? Was it more good than bad? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more amazing history content.